Hello everyone, my name is Jamie Tanna. I have been trying to do some kind of code generation using ChatGPT and giving internal documentation, feeding it to large language model, creating a vector store, and combining it with ChatGPT to create contextual codes that I can use directly in my product line. And then I come across OpenAI Assistant beta version released in November, and that just blew my mind. So I had to share with you why it blew my mind, right? So let's take an example again. I have an internal documentation where I have an object, IIH tag list. I give its properties and descriptions. After three properties, I get bored. So I create a back documentation. I just give entire payload, assuming that my large language model should be able to make sense out of it. And then I give it a prompt, code private TS function to filter IIH tag list array for first level, very neutral, very high level language. And it understands what it means by first level, etc. And does create a function, right? And if you see, it also takes up some additional property, which of course I need to review from these example payloads, for example, right? So large language model, I use the HNS WLib for vector storing and then prompting, and it goes back into the chat GPT. And then from there, combines this information, gives me the code line. And of course, I can then give one other prompt to generate an Angular code line to show these filter tag list outside. And when I code it and use it into my application, of course, I can now start seeing my filtered tag list above my table, something like that. That was the context, right? So all of these things I set up and I was very proud of it until I hit over this weekend the assistant beta version. So for assistant beta version, in their playground, I just go and I tell, okay, I want an expert coder. I give it some summary, like an agent GPT of the world. I would give some instructions to it. Um, I can add functions for real-time callbacks. I've not done it yet. I have, the code interpreter is on, retriever is on, so I have my file. Now I upload my same file that I showed you in my Visual Studio over here and do nothing, no vectorization, nothing at all. And I just give it a prompt, create function to filter tag list for level one. And see the beauty of the assistant. It creates um, interpreters, it creates runtime coding to parse this file, right? It fails. It seems that the approach, for example, I used to convert tag list content to JSON has resulted in JSON decoding error. I will adjust my approach. It creates another coder and splits the content line wise, etc. And now it is successful, saying, yes, I extracted everything that I wanted for your prompt. And now I can go ahead and create what you wanted to. So now it gives me the code line, right? Saying, hey, this is the function with which you can filter your tag list. And of course, then I can ask to create an Angular code line to show the code line, show those filtered data out on the UI. It gives me that. I could copy it from here, paste it into my application, check for it, review it, and there it goes, right? So the entire activity that I did over last few weeks of creating the large language model, creating the vector store, combining the large language model with the prompt to GPT is now all possible using this assistant. And this is obviously scratching at a very surface level the capabilities of what this assistant could bring us. For me, the mind is blown, and whatever I knew so far or whatever I did so far is completely obsolete. I still have to ramp up now on using more and more this assistant options and see what does it mean for us eventually. Thank you.